spurred the theory that there may have been two passengers, but at this point, as they've gotten deeper into the scene, it's just as possible that that was the individual who was driving and may have been by himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a reminder of how fluid this situation is right now. Investigators are fortunate in the fact that they have quite a lot of surveillance video that they can comb through, given the location of this incident.
Interesting. I mean, if you do anything at any of these checkpoints coming from either side of the bridge, the surveillance video is powerful and high quality. But the best video that we've seen so far comes from one of the checkpoints, but it's basically, it's almost off camera. It's a video that you'll see soon where you can see the vehicle kind of in the upper right hand side of the screen traveling at a high rate of speed and going over that wall, and then you see this explosion afterwards. But that is on a local road on the U.S. side of the border. It's a road where if you're on that road, you're not committed to crossing into Canada. But once he flies over the divider, he ends up at a secondary screening location where you would have been directed if you were coming from Canada into the United States. Some of the confusion about whether he was headed to Canada or headed to the United States was born out of the fact that the side of the road that the car landed on would have been the direction coming here, when actually there's no indication he ever left the United States.
All right, John Miller, thank you. Please keep us posted on anything you learn within the hour. I want to turn now to CNN's Pete Muntean, who is tracking how this explosion is impacting holiday travel. Pete, how are airports responding to this?
Well, as we are going beyond into one of the busiest pre-holiday travel days of this Thanksgiving rush, we are hearing this just now from the FAA, that the Buffalo Niagara International Airport is now closed to all international arriving flights and international departing flights. This is significant because it is a huge port of entry for private flights that come in from Canada into the U.S.
What was your code?
This airport in the state of New York, they had 5,000 flights just last month, 2 million passengers a year. We're also hearing this from the authority that oversees that airport. They say they are screening cars in addition to passengers that are coming into the airport, and they're trying to get the word out on this huge holiday travel day for passengers to factor in some extra time into their trips. Flights domestically are still arriving and departing there, but the TSA says it's in a heightened state of security posture, something that it has been in due to the situation in Israel. And I spoke to TSA Administrator David Bukowski about this just the other day. He says there are things you may see that are different.